Hello, everyone. I know I'm early, right? I should have been earlier. I would have liked to. I was requested to join the chat a little early tonight, and I did actually say hello a few minutes ago, but I'm actually going live a few minutes early, which I never do. So this is how it goes, right? Oh, I've had a good weekend. How about you guys? You're talking about housework and poor service. Oh, well, hopefully you don't get poor service here, right? Also, I realized on Friday night I was not feeling the best, and I feel much better tonight than I did on Friday night. But on Friday night, I forgot totally to show my craft along cards to people who haven't seen them yet. Although I'm thinking probably a lot of you guys have seen them, but I don't think I think it helps to show them after the event so people know that they're available and all that kind of stuff. So I'll remember to do that tonight. If I get to the end and I haven't done it, let me know. Someone yell at me. You've had an awesome weekend, Sheila. That's great. Everyone's chatting. Hello. It's just now 7:30, so now's the official time I'm meant to be live. I'm looking, and we have a lot of comments tonight. There's no way I'm going to be able to go through them all. Hey, Margaret, you were first here today, 6 hours and 39 minutes ago. Not that you're counting. And then we had Suzanne 4 hours before, Cherie 2 hours before. Goodness me, you girls. Well, it's lovely to have some time to spend with you on a Sunday evening. All right. Did I miss anything important in the comments? I'm going to read back through later. I don't want to read through now because then that's going to detract from our time together. So is there anything important that I missed? Okay. I'm looking. Lots of comments. Jennifer, I did already comment on this, but 50 Christmas cards and still going. That's impressive. Was that all this weekend? Or how long has it taken you to make those 50 cards? It takes me a long time to make cards. Well, it depends. It really depends. I mean, sometimes I err on the side of simple and I can get a lot more done. At one of my Technique Tuesdays coming up, I'm actually going to do some really quick and easy cards. Do some really just super easy, and how to make good use of your pattern paper and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do that for an upcoming Tuesday. I don't know if it'll be this Tuesday or not, but you never know, right? But tonight I wanted to show you something that's been out of stock forever, and some of you probably know what it is, and I just noticed this afternoon, that it's back in stock. I don't know for how long, because last time it came back in and went out like 24 hours later, not even 24 hours. So I'm hoping they've ordered more stock this time and we have more. So I'm going to play with something. I'm going to play with that tonight. All right. What have I got? Have I missed any other comments? Anything anyone needs me to know before we get started? Hello, Colleen. Nice to have you with us. Glenda is here. Janine. Hi, Janine. Hey, Nicole. Lots of regulars, if I haven't said your name, and Margaret Griffith, as well as Margaret Gordon. There's two Margaret Gs, which makes it really confusing. You can't even call yourself Margaret G because it could be either, right? So, and Barbara is here too. All right. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to switch over to the desk, and give me a second. Actually, I'm going to switch over to the desk and get my better light on. I've got it turned away so it doesn't create a shadow on my face. This is our current mini catalogue, but not everything we have available is in the mini catalogue. Okay, some things are what we call online exclusives. Did anyone guess what the set was that came back in? Oh, hey, Leslie. How are you? And Donna's here from Washington. Hi, Donna. Another sleepless night. Oh, that's not good. I mean, it's good that you can be here, but it's not good if you can't sleep. I had a bad night on, what night was it? I had a bad night. Friday night. Friday night I didn't sleep well. Yeah. But better last night. Much better. Okay, so the mini catalogue, as everyone is aware of, has lots and lots of fun things in it. Hey Marilyn. But we do have things that are called online exclusives, and they release online exclusives in the in-between months between catalogs. Okay, that's when the online exclusives come out. So every second month we have brand new products, which is great because that means I've nearly always got something I can work with that's relatively new, and you guys get to see what's coming and all that kind of thing. However, hey Maureen, nice to see you. However, our next lot of our online exclusives comes out this week on Tuesday, the 5th. So that's pretty exciting. I'm very excited. I'm going to show you one of those items tonight. We discussed it on Friday night, and so I'm going to fulfill that request on tonight. But something that we've had in the online exclusives for a while and keeps going out of stock and then coming back in again has just come back in. And it's this stuff and this. All right, so it's the Changing Leaves bundle. This is a hybrid embossing folder. I do love a good hybrid embossing folder. I love them. It's got some bits of gold foil left in it from a previous project. Absolutely beautiful set. I have used this over and over. I did do a Zoom class with it, not last Zoom class, the one before. So yeah, Hibiscus is coming, Leslie, but this is the one that keeps going out. Yeah, they're out of stock again. I know. They're meant to come back in the week of the 18th of November, the peppermint Glenda. So I'm fingers crossed. That's only a couple of weeks away. So fingers crossed they come in again, because those things have been so popular. It's almost impossible to keep them in stock. I would hate to be the people that have to, predict the stock levels, keeping stuff in stock and knowing how much to order. That must be the hardest job. So difficult. So we're going to talk about this beautiful hybrid embossing folder. And what I mean when I say hybrid embossing folder, it means that this one connects with the dies and cuts and embosses at the same time. Okay, so you struggle lining things up, Nicole. This is Nicole Wilson. Hi, Nicole. How nice to have you with us. So when you say lining things up, do you mean are we talking about hybrid embossing folders? Is that what you mean? I have used this one over and over, and I think it's a particularly good one because you can use it all year round. It's not, you could use it for Christmas, but it's also, it does say Changing Leaves, so it's kind of an autumn theme, but you can use it all the time. And for those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving, great for that. Also looks fabulous on a scrapbook page. Okay, so I really, you do mean that? Okay, all right. Oh, it's Teresa here. I didn't see Teresa sneak in. Someone said, hi, Teresa Brown, so I'm assuming Teresa must be here. I did not see your name, Teresa, if you're here. Hello. All right. So Changing Leaves is, to me, one of the most beautiful embossing folders we've had in a very long time, and I like it in all different colors. But I'm going to start tonight, and I'm actually going to emboss it in white because we'll just use it as just a straight white piece. So I'm making this 10 centimeters by, it's 13.8, which means I need to make it 9.5. Okay, which means it has a mat around it, and that's fine. All right, it is magically beautiful, this set. All right, so, and everything I've done with this set, I've liked every single creation I've made. All right, so you can see how beautiful these leaves are. You can move this piece around so you get the bits that you want. So if you want all of this little maple kind of leaf here, then you might want to make sure that one's front and center. But you can, you can have them going wherever you like. I'm thinking I want these three all on. I think those look really nice. This is my favorite one, this big leaf. And there is a beautiful stamp that matches it as well, and die that will cut it out. Okay, so absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm going to whip this through my cut and emboss machine. Actually, I might bring it in because we'll talk about the sandwich that we need for this. So let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see a little bit more clearly. When we use 3D embossing folders, and all the hybrid embossing folders are what we call 3D, so they have they leave a deeper impression. Okay. What you want to do is you want to pull off all the bits and pieces, your clear plate, your thin die adapter, pull all that off, and you just want the base plate. That's it. Okay. So number one is the base plate, and we're going to put that down the bottom here. Then we're going to put our embossing folder with the paper inside. Okay. And I'm going to have it so that the and I'm just using it as a 3D embossing folder here. I'm not using it to cut anything. And then this folded edge here, I like to put that through first. It is meant to be more gentle on your embossing folders. And then we want on top plate number 4. Now this is a specialty plate, and this is the one that you use for 3D embossing folders. Okay, so you've used it a lot. I know, Sheila, it's beautiful. That's why I chose it for the Zoom class, because it was just one that I thought you could use it over and over again so many different ways. It's a really, really good one. And that's why I think it keeps selling out, because everyone recognizes how useful it is. Okay, so there's number 4. My paper is now being embossed. I'm going to move these bits and pieces. And you can see how beautifully this has embossed. Okay, I mean, the detail is stunning on the paper, and it's very tactile. I love that, you know, you can feel the design without needing you don't need to have your glasses on. You can feel the design, right? It's just beautiful. But it's a stunning folder. It's your favorite so far, is it, Elaine? I totally get that. I understand why. All right, now there are so many different things we could do with this, but I'm actually thinking, let's decide right this second. And I'm thinking, you know, vanilla would have been really nice with what I'm thinking of as well, because I'm thinking about doing like a copper and black design. But maybe I'll do gold instead, and we'll do gold instead, I think. So I've got a few sheets of gold paper, brand new pack actually, and I'm just going to open that up. Even the reverse side is good too. You mean of the folder, like the back? Oh, sorry. This is something I've used. I'm using a scrap from something else, so you'll have to ignore the writing that's on there. But yes, both sides look good. It's a nice deep impression. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my gold paper, and I'm going to trim this so that it is the right size to cut out these pieces. So you can look at your folder and go and put it in your trimmer and say, okay, I need this to be around about, you know, 4.5 this way. That's inches I'm saying, and probably about the same. So a square. So let me see. So 4.5 is about 11.5 inches. Sorry, 11.5 centimeters. What am I saying? Oh my gosh. I'm thinking this is going to be close if I haven't got it 100% right. So this is the piece that I've just cut, and let's pop it in here to see that it's covering up. Oh, you know what? I probably could have made it slightly bigger. I'm going to keep that piece aside, and I'm going to I am going to cut it a bit smaller, a bit bigger, sorry. So I'm going to make it 5 by 5. Or you could, you know, make it the size of the embossing folder if you want to, but I was trying to save paper, but of course I've just completely messed up that idea, but oh well. All right, so this is 5 by 5 inches, that is, okay? And I can see that it's covering all of the leaves that I want to cut out, so that's great. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my changing leaves dies. These come together. You can't actually buy them separate. When you buy the dies, you get the embossing folder too. And that is why it actually has a higher price point than a regular embossing folder or a regular die set. I think it's, from memory, pretty sure $70 for the dies and the embossing folder. Whereas, you know, a normal die set would be, you know, 60-ish kind of. So I will give you the full price while I'm here, because I can look that up. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going in there to have a quick look. So if I put in changing leaves, now if you don't have access to the online store, you just need to reach out to your demonstrator and they'll sort you out. Okay, so whoever your demonstrator is. Now the way I want to do this, okay, I've got my paper, and the first thing I need to do is put in the die before I put the paper in. Okay, so okay, you can see the dies are stunning. They're really, really gorgeous. This is the dies. Okay, and this one as well. And this is the big one. This is the one that I'm actually using inside the folder. All right, so I was going to tell you the price. The Changing Leaves Hybrid Embossing Folder, which includes the dies, is $70. The Changing Leaves Bundle with the dies, the folder, and the stamps is $94.50. So it's actually, I think it's a good deal, the three of them together. Okay, and there's some nice greetings in that Changing Leaves set as well. All right. Does that make sense? Have I bought the textured gold and silver? Yes, I sure have. It's beautiful. And that's where I've been using the copper. So what you want to do is you want to put this. Okay, let's have a look at the folder. The folder has the Stampin' Up logo on the front. This is the front of the folder. And I'm going to open it up. Okay. And I'm going to put my die with the cutting edge facing up towards me. So one side you can see there's no cutting edge there. And then this side you can see the cutting edge, right there. Along here. So I'm going to put that cutting edge up, face up, and I'm going to line this up with my embossing folder. Okay, so now you can see that the design has the die inserted around those particular elements. You'll know it's in the right place if you try and move it with your fingers and it doesn't move easily. Okay, so like I mean, obviously it is going to move if you lift it, but when it's actually sitting in the right place, it doesn't move very much. Okay, so I find that that's the best way to make sure. And then I put my paper over the top of that, and I want to have the side that is going to be showing, the correct side, because this paper only has gold on one side, it's plain on the other. I want that side towards this cutting edge. So I'm going to be putting that right here. You can see I've still not quite got those on, but that's all right. Okay, and then I'm going to close my folder. All right, turn it over, have a look, make sure that the elements are actually inside the die, and they are. Okay, so I'm going to put that with that cutting edge going forward, the folded edge going forward first, and then that's just straight onto the base platform, and then my specialty plate number 4 on top. I hope I'm not going too slowly, but in case anyone has never done this, I also think this is one of the easiest folders to line up. If you're worried about lining up folders, this one is one of the easier ones. Janine, you're fussy cutting, are you? That's cool. Okay, so there's our plate. Take this off. I'm going to move this. And I'm going to open this up. And you'll see it has cut. We've got a whole leaf here, a whole leaf there. This one, almost a whole leaf, but that's okay. I can deal with that. Okay, so I should have put maybe a bigger piece in. You can see some of the other bits that have also embossed there, but I'm not using those. I'm just using these 3 leaves. They're stunning. Such a beautiful die. So always remember to line this up. You want to do it on the back of where the logo is, because the logo is the front and it's on the back of that side. And then you put it with the cutting edge up so it will match your die, in your folder exactly. All right, so that's how that works. I hope that's clear. I was going to do this as a Technique Tuesday one time, but this thing has been out of stock for so long, and now that it's come back in, I didn't want to risk it going back out of stock again. So I'm going to bring this back down because it's a long way out. That's better. Oh, the hibiscus one you're struggling with. Okay, I understand what you mean. If you use the same theory, on the back of where the logo is, and make sure your cutting edge is facing towards you, and then the paper goes in towards the cutting edge. If you follow those, you will get better at it. I find some are not as easy as others, and you're probably right. Maybe the hibiscus isn't quite as easy. I think this one is the easiest, right? But it's beautiful. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous elements? All right, so we've got our white piece here. And the nice thing about this, okay, if I want to have that like that, I haven't decided where I want all these to be yet, or if I'm going to even use them all. See, if that's going to go off the edge, it's not going to matter that piece is not there. All right, I'm deciding where I want these to be. I just think we can have a lot of fun with these. And then we also have in this set some nice greetings. There's banners, like sentiment pieces. This one for your long greetings, this one for a short greeting, and this circle here. I mean, you could have even a circle in the middle here, or we could do a long banner and have that going across. I'm tempted to use the long banner. Who did the Zoom class with me where we played with this folder? The other thing I could do if I wanted to would be I don't have to use all these pieces. I mean, I'm just using them because we just cut them out. But these leaves are also really beautiful in this set. This one's like a solid leaf. These ones have got all the little pieces that fall out pretty easy when you I use my die brush when I work with these to make sure all the pieces fall out easy. But that's a really nice way to go as well. So I'm deciding, do I want a black mat behind this, or do I want to, I'm thinking maybe about maybe going with brown, like early espresso. And if I did early espresso, then I would stamp my greeting in that color as well. Another option, which looks really nice with the gold, would be pecan pie. That looks really good as well. So that's another option. Does anyone have any thoughts on that? Oh, here's another option. This might be nice. Blackberry Bliss. And we could put a Blackberry Bliss piece of paper behind that, and then I could stamp in Blackberry Bliss. Maybe that's the go. Maybe I should do Blackberry Bliss. I'm just looking at how mucky my my ink pad case is. I really need to go through with a cloth and wipe a bunch of these off because they're getting all messed up. Oh, hello, Susan. How are you? Nice to have you with us. You did, Janine. I know, it was a fun one, wasn't it? Yeah, I think the hibiscus is a little trickier than this one. This one, for some reason, is particularly easy. Let me have a look. And who else is here? You think Blackberry? Okay, Leslie and Glenda both said Blackberry Bliss. And Colleen too. So yeah, okay, that's the go. That's what we're going to do. And you know what? Blackberry Bliss looks so good with gold. It's such a nice option. So I'm going to grab, give me a second, I'll grab a Blackberry Bliss piece of cardstock out of my scrap box. I've got one here that might already be the right size. Oh, it is, I think. 10 by 14.3. Perfect. All right, so that's going to go on here. Oh, actually, have I cut that the wrong size? Yeah, I need to cut this one down. This piece is 9.5 by. I need it to be down to 13.8. So that's silly me. Just going to take that little 0.5 centimeter off there. And then this piece is going to fit nicely on here. Now, like I said, this would have been nice, I think, in vanilla too, and maybe even nicer in vanilla. But hey, we've got white now, so I'll stick with that. But next time around, I think I would do this in vanilla. Out you come, Tombo. Come on. All right, there it comes. Because vanilla and gold look particularly good together. But if I was using copper, and copper looks great with blackberry, I would definitely go with vanilla. They are rich colors together. We like that. We like that, right? Oh, thanks, Janine, for saying that. Well, I've got a new Zoom coming up if you like the Zooms, and that's going to be, I am going to do the Happy Hibiscus this coming month. I just think that that's got a lot of potential, and I'm excited, but I haven't sat down to make the cards yet. So that's in the next couple of days. That's the job I need to get to. So I'm thinking about where these need to go. I want to have all the ends kind of the leaves hidden by the banner. And I probably should have cut this before I did that on the white, but never mind. That's okay. All right, I'm going to cut myself a banner. Just with some white. And I've got in here, we've got a couple of greetings. I think the one I'm particularly fond of is this one, which is a little note to brighten your day. which I think is such a nice just because kind of card. I like just because cards. You know, you stick it in the mail to someone and they're not expecting it. It's not their birthday. It's just a nice thing to send. It makes someone's day if you get something handmade in the post, right? That's what I think anyway. I'm just going to grab to see if I have any more of the I'm going to pop that here. We'll pop that right there and cut this piece. So even though I know this is taking a bit longer because I'm spending a bit more time with the explanations, this is not a difficult card, and it's not a super long card to make either. You can really do this one quite quickly. All right. Maybe I should have stamped first. I should always stamp first. Why do I do this to myself? But thankfully it's photopolymer, so I'll be able to see where I'm going. Did anyone see the news that there's a rubber shortage, and they're worried that they may not have all the materials they need for to keep cling stamps in stock? I didn't know about that until someone mentioned it to me, and then sure enough there was an update for demonstrators about that. So, but so far it hasn't affected us, so I hope it doesn't. We don't have anything out of stock in the way of stamps at the moment, as far as I know. The only things that are out of stock here in Australia right now, the Little Bit Festive paper, the one with all the die cuts, that one is out, interestingly. And when is it due back? Let me have a quick look for you. The peppermints, we know those are out. We don't know when Little Bit Festive will be back, so that's a concern. And the Reindeer Days suite is not available to order as a whole suite, only because the peppermints are in that, so that means you can't order the suite. Fine tip glue pen is out. I'm surprised at that because I never use the fine tip glue pen because my eyes are so bad I have trouble getting the end into the but that's just me. All right. So I'm thinking about these, whether or not I think I do want to put them on dimensionals. So for this to go on dimensionals, I'm going to put some pieces behind. You're already excited about the November Zoom. Fantastic. That's great. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, the last one we did was, I'm trying to think, what was the last Zoom we did? We did changing leaves, and then what did we do? We did something else. Goodness me. I struggle to remember what I'm doing from one day to the next. I'm going to put one of these, I'm putting one dimensional behind each one of these leaves. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Do you think they don't fit well? Is that what you mean? Is this Colleen I'm talking to? Yes, I used the Little Bit Festive paper on Friday night. So you're thinking the largest die on the bottom, like down here maybe, and then the maple up here. Is that what you're thinking? And then this one over here. We could do that. Anyway, I'm just going to pop that down. It just means I'm changing the position of the note, and that's fine. This one, I need to have that going off because this edge is going to have to be snipped, and then this is going to, is that what you're thinking of, Colleen? Like that? And then this piece would go right about here. What do we think? Do we like that? I don't think that's bad. That's not bad placement. So let's pop this on. I'm not even going to put it under all of these bits, just under the center bit there. Deciding whether I like it that way or that way. I think I like it this way. And then this one down towards this corner. And we're going to be snipping a little bit of some of this off. I'm going to use a mini dimensional behind that one because it's a bit narrow. If anyone sees me throwing dimensional backs around, you'll understand why. Why I have a million dimensionals everywhere, all over the floor. You should see under my desk. It's dimensional back city under there. I'm going to put one under here after all. All right. And then this is going to go right in about here. And I'm thinking I might put dimensionals behind this again. I don't know whether this is the right move, given that these are already on dimensionals. I probably could have just glue dotted it on, but that's okay. I don't even care. That's fine. It'll work. Making sure that's straight. It's not quite. Let's pop it on the grid paper, or the grid, sorry, not grid paper. I'm using a glass mat, but it has a grid on it. So whatever you're using. Right. All right, so I'm going to grab my paper snips. Give me 1 second. And it would have been easier for me to do this on the white, but I'm actually going to do it on the blackberry. And we'll see how that goes. I'm just snipping all these off. What do we think? What do we think? It needs to go on a white card base. We don't have to put it on a white card base. We could choose another color base. So, you know, I could do like maybe like gray granite. That would be interesting. Or so would, just looking at other possibilities, I could even, you know, do like fresh freesia or something like that. That would be interesting, but I don't want to introduce too many more colors. So let me have a look at my, I think basic gray is too dark. Crumb cake would be okay. I know, Marilyn, that's not your favorite. But let's have a little look here. So crumb cake would look okay. I could go white, but I feel like white's a little boring. I feel like I want to do something other than white. What about basic beige? How would that look? Oh, actually, that's really nice. That's a great choice. Looks good with the blackberry. And then I was thinking fresh freesia or bubble bath or something like that would bring out the purpley tones in the blackberry. Like this. And that's nice as well. What do you think, guys? Oh, let's see what people are saying. The last one was decorative trees. Thank you, Tanya. I just couldn't remember there for a minute. Like, that's 2 months ago. Well, actually just over a month ago, but yeah. You missed out. What did you miss out on, Sheila? You missed out on something that came in and went out again, I'm assuming. I'm sorry. Oh, is that the little bit festive paper? Yes, Cookie's here, Leslie. He says hi. Just having a little look. Oh, you've made around 20 cards with one of the decorative trees. That's nice. Well done. You guys are doing awesome with your Christmas stuff. I know. The strangest places. Absolutely, Sheila. You are correct. Beige, beige, beige. Yes, people are saying beige. All right, so let's go to the beige. Let's pull that out. And I didn't even think of that one until I saw it and I thought, oh, yeah, that would actually look pretty nice. So this is going to be, this is the width of my A4 cardstock, and the halfway point is 14.8. So you would cut 5.5 at the 5.5 mark if you're using US letter. All right, let's my bone folder and like this. Do we like that? I mean, it is simple. It's going to need some bling. You know, it definitely needs. And I did think even about maybe doing like a little bit of linen thread looped around, or, you know, tied in a bow or something like that. But I don't know. Linen thread is one of those things you can throw on. We do have, and I can show this to you, we do have, and it might look rather good, some new twisted thread, which is part of the new online exclusives that are coming out this week. But here's my word of advice to you. If you love the Changing Leaves bundle or the Changing Leaves hybrid embossing folder, don't sit on it. Get it as soon as you can, because if that thing goes out of stock again for the 3rd time, you'll be really sad if you were holding off. Okay, so my advice would be don't wait. Just go and grab it. Okay, so this is what we're looking at now. Now, the inside of this, I could put a white insert on there if I wanted to. I've also got these beautiful Changing Leaves stamps, and I just thought, you can see, guess which one I use the most? Look, oh my goodness. I've used it and used it and used it. I love this one, and it fits well on Block E. Let me just get that in the right spot. Block E. Oh, hang on. You've actually got to put it from one corner. So like to fit on Block E well, you go from this is in one corner, and then the rest of it is on there. And I'm actually going to use Basic Beige ink, which is the same as the color that I've got here. And let's pop this over the corner. I haven't seen Cherie for a bit. Is Cherie here? Cherie, are you watching? Are you just not saying anything? All right, so I'm only going to put like a few leaves over the corner. I'm not doing the whole thing, just because look how nice that is, just like that. All right, and that kind of brings the outside into the card as well. So, oh, you like the card, Susan? Thank you so much. All right, we do need some bling. I'm just looking, what bling shall I use? That is the tricky thing. Now, because I've used gold rather than copper, I have to, actually, do I have any more of these? I do have another pack of these. There's little gold metallic ones in here that are the right gold for this. We also have those yellow gold blocks from the Season of Elegance, but they're not the right gold. They're too yellow. Oh, look, I've got some more here. I've gone through so many packs of these. They are called, for anyone who's wondering, they're called adhesive back metallic gems, and you get copper, gold, and silver, which means you can use them with just about everything. So they're a really good all-rounder if you're looking for good embellishments that you can repurpose for lots and lots of different types of cards. I would highly recommend. These are my most used ones out of the annual catalogue this year. So I'm going to let me grab my take your pick tool, and I'm going to put a few of these on. So there's different sizes. There's larger ones and smaller ones. So where am I going to put this? I think I'll have one down here, and I'm going to have a little gold one. Oh, hang on. That little gold one is underneath there. A little gold one here up on the edge of the banner, like that. And then I want another little gold one. There's some here. Maybe over here. There we go. What do you think? Do we like it? It's an easy card, but the textures that you get with this embossing folder are simply beautiful. And it really, really is a great card. Oh, sorry, a great set, not a great card, a great set. Oh, hey, Megan, how are you? Nice to have you with us. Oh, that's really good, Susan. So your community card group is making a massive Christmas cards for charity this week. That's fabulous. I love to hear those stories. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I'm really glad you like it. If you are wanting to get your hands on this embossing folder and dies and stamp set, although it's not the stamp set that keeps selling out, it's the embossing folder and the dies. So I would recommend that you jump in and grab them while they're there, because I don't know how long they're going to be there. I mean, it'd be nice if they stick around for a while, but after last time when it didn't stay around very long at all. Okay, I'm going to put that one aside and put a few things away. So just give me a moment while I tidy up a little bit and I'll clean off my stamps. You can hear me going, that's the spray for my scrub. I still use my Stampin' Scrub. It's still my preferred stamp cleaner. I know different people have different things. Some people like the chamois, some people use something else, but I like the scrub. It's this thing, and I've had it for years and years and years. In fact, not this particular one, but the previous version, before they had this one. This one's much improved because they actually fixed the hinges. The previous ones that we used to have when I first joined, they were just like a plastic hinge that eventually snapped, just opening and closing all the time. The hinges didn't last forever, and then you had to get a new scrub or you had to keep it in pieces, and it was really, really annoying. Oh, the new thread. I forgot about the new thread. Thank you for reminding me, Donna. All right, let me put this back in here. Oh, that one goes in here. And then this one goes back in here. And let's pop that back. And good question about the thread. Let me see if I can find it easily. I've got linen thread, but that's not what we're looking for. Hang on. It might be right down the bottom. Okay, got it. This is the one I cut the other night, remember, and I couldn't find the end of it. I used it about a week or two ago, and I have lots of ends now because I couldn't find the right end, but at some point it's going to be okay. All right, so this is like, I hope you can see this. It's like you can see why it's called twisted thread. Okay, it's all twisted together, and it's actually a really nice fine gold thread. Very, very pretty to work with. I'm just going to tie a bow with it. The only thing I found is that if you're going to tie a bow with this, it does hold, but sometimes the bow slips a little bit, and that's why if I'm going to put a bow on like this, I like to use a glue dot behind it because it actually helps hold the bow together, helps hold the bow in place. So let me just pop that right there, and then it's then it's not going anywhere. All right, so that's a really great way to go. Also, I'm going to trim off the end, and I'll decide how long I want those tails to be in a minute. I forgot about the thread, so thank you for mentioning it. Where do I want this to be? I know. I think it's getting lost there a little bit in the leaves, so maybe I need to bring it over here. Can you see how nice that is? Not if I don't hold it underneath the camera, but it's a very delicate little bit of thread, which is really nice. So that, there we go. Okay, I'm going to call that a finished card. Well, I already had called it a finished card, but now it's really finished. But thank you for the reminder, Donna. I'd forgotten about the thread. So that thread will be available on Tuesday as well. You only use your Stampin' Scrub. And yes, yeah. Okay, so you use the chamois for the Stamparatus. And for anyone wondering, Stamparatus is not actually available anymore. It's a discontinued product. You can still get them if you're lucky. I've got two, and I'm looking at probably selling one on eBay or something like that. I'm not sure how much to charge for it, but I'm going to work that out, and because they're in demand, so I'll probably sell it for a good price. I hope so. All right, yes, we just did changing leaves. Correct, Megan. Ah, there you go. I think embossing on foil papers is a really stunning result. If you really want to make your embossing folders look amazing, use them on foil paper. It's just fabulous. So you have a plastic hinge one. Yeah, even though it's in two pieces, it still works. But I thought that when I was doing a lot of, especially when I was doing back then, a lot of, in-home parties and workshops and classes and things like that, I was doing a lot, more than I am now. And having them in pieces, I always felt like that was a bad look. I didn't want to take mine in pieces because, it just highlighted the fact that, that it wasn't going to last as long as it should. I'm so glad they brought out the new ones because the hinge, it's a lot more sturdy, and it's a much heavier, it's a heavier duty product. So the old one still works fine, but it's a much lighter weight, and the one we have now is a much heavier item. So there you go. All right. I'm so sorry if I've missed saying hello to anybody tonight. I know it's just like that. All right, so let's grab the hibiscus out. I've got it sitting here waiting for us. And we're doing, I did think about like doing embossing folders and concentrating on this embossing folder in one of my technique classes, but then I realized I did embossing folders, hybrid embossing folders as a technique class, a technique Tuesday back at the beginning of the year. I think it was like the first one for 2024. It was back in January. So I've already done that. So that's why I'm not doing it again now. I'm not to say I won't do the same technique twice, but you know, with different products and that sort of thing. But I just thought tonight it'd be fun to play with these. I do like the fact that the outline ones, which is this one, which matches the dies as well, you can color them in, okay, with this. So you can use them as they are without the embossing folder, or you can include the embossing folder if you want them to be textured. And I mean, textured is nice, right? So let's have a quick look. This is the dies. My favorite dies, and I've said this before, my favorite dies in this whole set are these little flowers. They are so cute and they look good on everything. I put them on a, let's have a look. This is another online pro. Oh, no, I didn't do it on that one. Hang on. I did put them on a card that we did for the retreat. For those of you who are in the team, we did a team retreat a week ago. And I used them on with the cake celebration set, which is another set coming out this Tuesday. So super nice. Anyway, this one here that has the 3 flowers joined is the one that fits into the folder. And a couple of people were saying that they had trouble lining them up. Once you've done this a bunch of times, it's not so hard, okay? But you're looking for this one, and this one, okay? And you want, I always line the big one up first, or you can line the small one up, but just pick one that's easy for you to find and line it up with the dies so it fits there. And then when you close it, you can see that it's in the right place. Can you see that? So I'm just going to pop that back. But when it doesn't really click, you won't feel it. It doesn't click into place because it's not locking in, but you can feel that it doesn't move easily when it's in the right spot. Whereas, you know, if it's a little bit off, it's still going to move. But once it gets in the right spot, it's kind of there. All right. So I find this is a beautiful folder, and I'm going to use today, let me see, I've got some basic white. I'm going to go basic white again. Or maybe you should use a color. What do you think? No, let's go basic white. I'm just going to go with that. And I'm going to cut myself just a panel. Now this is, you don't need to do as big a panel for this particular one because we're only cutting out those 3 and they're a lot smaller than the leaves that we just cut on the last one. All right, so I'm going to put that back in. I'm going to put my paper on top. I'm going to close the other side of my folder onto it and hold it all together. Okay, then when I turn it over, you can have a look and double check that it's in the right spot. And this is going to go through my cut and emboss machine just like we did before. I'm not going to bring it back in again, but I'm just going to pop it through. Now here's a word of, well, it's just something. If you're a demonstrator and you're someone who's duplicating a lot of these cards, you can put it through and cut and emboss 2 sheets at a time. All right, you can do that. See that there? Can you see how nice these are? So this is just white. Okay, I've not got any other colors or anything else going on, but you can see how nice they are. Those 3 look really, really good. Now, the other dies that are in here, and I mean, we could just use this piece if we wanted to, and you know, I could pop these on dimensionals and put them back in. I give them some color, put them back in. That would look rather nice, but I don't think I will because I'd like them placed differently. But I could do that. That would be an interesting look. So I found when I was doing these that using a sponge dauber works really well, because when you use a sponge dauber over them, it doesn't go into the grooves as much. Okay, and that's kind of cool. And I'm just having a look to see if I've got any sponge daubers in the right colors out already, or whether I need to. Yeah, I'm just going to grab a couple. Give me 1 second. Oh, I know what happened. One fell on the floor and I trod on it. And sponge daubers are no good after you tread on them. They just aren't. So it's smashed to smithereens because I stuck my foot on it. And I've got some new daubers here. And I'm going to start with, I've been working with the yellows a lot with this. But yellow, because, you know, yellow hibiscus and red hibiscus and orange. And I haven't done as much with the pink, but I'm just going to start with yellow. And when I go over this, you'll see it's going to just pick up on the kind of embossed ridges. Can you see that? How it's kind of picking it up on the colour? Do the little dies on your sheet fit any of the other flowers on your embossed piece? I don't believe they do. If they do, I haven't discovered that yet. Maybe I should look a little bit more closely, but I don't think so. No, not really. I mean, there's these little guys here, but they're different. They're a difference. These are beautiful, and I'll show you. I'm going to cut one for you right now so you can see why. Might as well cut two at the same time, right? And I'll show you why I like them so much. Give me 1 second. And I might even use them on this card, so hey, that's good. And while I'm at it, I haven't done much with the circle yet. I've done quite a bit with this banner, but I'm thinking I might actually use the circle today just for something different. Okay. So I'm going to add a bit more. Oh, actually, I just realized that's the wrong dauber. Add a bit more to this one. And I'm just doing like circles and working my way out. You could if you wanted to. I mean, it's actually a really nice look, but they remind me of French pennies. But it's a nice look just having, oh, the light is not shining on that properly. Just having the yellow in the middle and the white on the outside. That's actually really pretty. All right, let me jump a little bit more color into that. I might even just leave the little one yellow. But there is something really beautiful about like a bright red hibiscus, right? And I've tried a few different reds, and I think Poppy Parade being a little bit more of an orange red looks particularly good. If you want to head towards the pinks, then Melon Mambo is really great. I'm just going to pop this out. Okay. And I'm thinking I will go with the circle. So let's have a look at the stamps. And the only one that actually fits in the circle is this one that says, "Thanks for being so kind." So that's the one I'm going to use. And I'm deciding what color to go with. Thanks for being so kind. I think maybe that one's still out on the desk somewhere because it's not in my stamp set. Well, that's no good. Goodness me, you guys. I need to have a tidy up. I was telling a friend about this earlier today. Oh, look, there's another gold twisted thread. Huh. I really need to clean up today. I need to clean up this week. So my goal is to do like a half hour of cleaning every day. And by the end of the week, I should have it kind of sorted out, right? That's the plan. If you want pumpkin pie, that would be very orange, but I'm thinking I'm going to go peach pie because I kind of like the peach. You love hibiscus? I know. They're such a happy flower, right? Yes. I walked past some in someone's garden the other day, and oh my goodness, it's just stunning. So I'm adding some so you can still see some of the yellow in the middle. This is the peach around the outside. If you wanted to, you can come in with some poppy puree, but you do need to be a bit careful because the poppy puree is very dark, so you need to be a little bit careful with that. A bit more color. Also, having this darker color go over the center highlights the stamen in the center there, which looks really nice. So that's really rather good. You haven't made many cards, Rose. Yeah. Do you know what? I make a lot of cards that I'm not happy with. And those ones usually no one ever sees. They don't see the light of day. But the thing about any kind of craft or art is that it's okay. You don't have, not every single creation has to be a stunner. And in fact, they shouldn't be, because some people will always, it's like, finding ways of things not working. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves that every card has to be fantastic, but actually that's not the case. That's not how it works. All right. I'm kind of liking that. They look really good. Now the question is, what color background am I going to have them on? I'm tempted to just put them on white. And these leaves are absolutely beautiful. They turn out really, really nice. And I'm going to do those in granny apple green. So I'm going to cut 2 of those. They are super, super nice. Actually, I wonder what they look like made out of glimmer paper. That's an interesting. I've got some sitting right here, and I'm thinking I'm very tempted to just try one in glimmer paper. I don't know whether or not that would look good, or whether I'm better off just using regular cardstock. But let's try them. This is the glimmer paper. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. It might be tricky to see, but there is actually, you can't see the detail as much, so you lose a lot of detail. I do like the color. That looks fantastic. But yeah, it's this. I'll do it in the actual granny apple green cardstock, and you'll see a lot more detail. For anyone who is wondering while I'm cutting these things, the Zoom class, how that works, see what I mean about a lot more detail? A lot more detail. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll go with the cardstock. It was fun to try this, but that's not what I'm going for. The way the Zoom class works is you can, to be part of it, you can either buy the Happy Hibiscus bundle from me, and you are automatically qualified to join us for the class. Okay. I'll have all the details up in the next couple of days, the date the class will be, all that kind of stuff. So look out for that. And I'll probably put it on my private VIP group. I'll also talk about it on Technique Tuesday because I should have them made by then. All right. So these are nice, aren't they? That's much nicer, I think. You have a little foam roller thingy. No, you can. Yes, you can. But it's more difficult. The foam rollers are more difficult to control where the ink goes. With a dauber, you can put the ink exactly where you want it. And I think having daubers it's pretty much a necessary thing in your craft stash. Okay, there's 5 in a pack. There's only 4 left in this pack, but that's how. Yep. So there's 5. I can't remember how much they cost. They're not terribly expensive, but you can pop them on top of an order if you like. But you will get so much use out of these. I go through them. I'm just about to throw a lot of my old ones away because they don't last forever. Eventually, and I'm talking years, the foam will start to disintegrate. Okay, but it is a number of years before that happens, and it probably depends on keeping them in a cool, dark place and all that kind of stuff as well. And you keep going. I know we are our own worst critic. Exactly right. Oh, from the Friday Night Live. Which one, Megan? Which one? And Donna's right. The harshest critic is yourself. Absolutely right. Oh, no, that's not good, Nicole. There's some of it left. Oh, my goodness. That's the problem, isn't it? We start tidying. I have found something that does work for me is doing it in short bursts. So I don't sit down and say, okay, today I'm going to tidy all day, because if I do that, I will find things that I want to work on during the day and I won't finish. But if I say, okay, I'm going to clean up there's actually a thing, some of you may have heard me talk about this before, especially if you're a team member, you've heard me talk about this, called a Pomodoro. Okay, a Pomodoro is an app on your phone. And what the Pomodoro does, I'm going to cut another piece of white while I'm telling you this. It's a timer for 25 minutes, which is meant to be like the optimum time that somebody can focus for. Okay, I don't know what scientific thing that came from, but doing it in 25-minute bursts, and then you're meant to take a break at the end of the 25 minutes. Sometimes I don't feel like taking a break at the end. But the app says to me, fantastic, you've completed focus, what is it? Focus session, take a break. And so when I do that, if I do take a break, that's great. And I feel like justified because I've been working hard for 25 minutes. But if I want to keep working, that's okay too. All right. So clearly my thanks for being so kind has disappeared. It's probably on the floor or something like that because I cannot see it on my desk. That's okay. I think I'll stay with Granny Apple Green because Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to find, let's do the one from here. I couldn't have done it without you, maybe? No, that's not the one I want. What shall we have? A favorite is Thinking of You, but I don't know if it's going to fit on that. Let me see if it will fit. No, that's not going to fit. But there's a happy birthday. Let's do a happy birthday. That should fit. But it fits. This is from the Friends for Life set, which is a set that I do go to quite a lot. And it's the second that I'm finished this live, I'm going to find that stamp because that's what happens. All right, let's stamp this. All right. There we go. Happy birthday. And I'm going to arrange these kind of around, I think. That's what I'm thinking. And then, we'll see. But that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing. And I'm going to use the embossing folder. And I'm going to emboss my background, which is so far how I seem to prefer this to be. Here we go, just like that. So I'm going to emboss it. Like this, and I'm going to pop this. I'm going to do this in the middle. It's going to be portrait this time. So So I'm going to put, and I'm not, because I'm going to be sliding some of these in underneath, I am not going to put my dimensionals around the edges. They're just going to be in the middle because you want room to slide stuff. Whoop. I just realized I can hear snoring. Guess who? Guess who's snoring? Anyone want to guess? There's only one snoring culprit in this house. And he's quite vocal. I'm going to have that one going right about there. And this one here. Like so. I think some Winter Stella over these would be nice too. What do you guys think? I think, why not, right? So I'm going to put a glue dot or two behind here and slide that in. Oh, we have these little guys too. Ha ha ha. I forgot about those. Now this one I'm going to pop it on a dimensional. Right, Roz, I understand what you're saying there about not, you know, you worry that they're not up to your standards, but they're actually fine. And other people would think they're lovely. You probably should still mail them, right? So you donate them, yeah, which is a great idea as well. Right. And then this little guy here. I was going to put some of these. This one I popped on a dimensional, but I'm only doing a couple of things on dimensionals. Other than that, I'm going to actually, that one's going to go about there. I'm going to have this large one. I'm going to pop that on a mini dimensional. So you can see this is a pretty simple card. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with simple cards. I think sometimes we try and complicate them too much. Now, this is why I love these so much. Can you see how the little petals are all separate? So you can actually have them, you can put it on and then have them, like, pointing up, which is really cute. Like, you know, so you can make them really kind of sit up, really 3D. Super cute. So, show of hands, who's got this already and who's thinking that they'd like to get it, because it is super, super beautiful. Oh, okay. I've lost the other one. Where did it go? How did that happen? Did anyone see where the little one went? It was here, right? We definitely, oh, here, found it. Found it. It's over there. A little mini dimensional again. Take the back off. And that one's going to go here. And once again, I'm going to pop up those little petals. Now, I definitely want to have some bling in the middle of the petals. We've got lots of bling options. So we have, for example, we have iridescent pearls. Those would be pretty. We have my current favorite gold foil gems that pick up color from the, you know, I'm wanting to do these probably. And yeah, I'm going to use those. Sorry, guys. They're my favorites right now. I didn't even notice these in the catalog for a long, long time. And then all of a sudden, I'm besotted with them. So I've got little ones and big ones. So the big one is going in the middle of the larger flower and the small one in the middle of the smaller flower. That makes sense, right? Do we think 2 is enough? Should I put any more around? I think it's probably enough. And then maybe a little bit of Winter Stella. Let me see if I have some here. Maybe. I did take some over to the other desk. I've got some Wink of Stella here, but I don't know if this one is... there's not much left in this one. Yeah, no, that one needs to be gotten rid of. This is a newer one. Here we go. That's better. So I'm going to do a bit of Wink of Stella. So a nice little bit of sparkle in the middle of these flowers. All right. And for this, we could pick any of the colors. We could go with daffodil as a card base. We could go with the peach as a card base, or we could go with the granny apple green. But I'm leaning towards the peach this time. Yeah, I've got a piece already cut. Yeah, I think that's the go, don't you? That's really nice. Oh, hang on. That one's got a damaged corner. I don't want to use that piece. So I'm going to cut another piece. That was out of my scrap bucket, scrap drawer. Did everyone guess that it's Merlot that's snoring underneath the desk? He makes the weirdest, funniest noises when he's asleep. All right. This is going to go right here. You know, sometimes I do cards for you that I don't like. And I make them, and you're all very polite and say, oh, it's lovely. And then that card never sees the light of day. It never ends up on any of my social media or anyone else because I just don't like it. But I don't mind this one. I'm very happy with this. And I liked the other one we made as well. Here we go. We have 2 finished cards, guys. Let me pop that back in here. 2 completely different cards, but you're both using hybrid embossing folders. You talk in your sleep. Oh, that'd be interesting, Leslie. Interesting for your husband. You thought it was Crumpet. No, Crumpet doesn't snore. He doesn't. His purrs. He doesn't snore at all, but his purrs are the quietest little thing. You have to get your ear right up against him. You can feel him purring, but you can't actually hear him unless you actually get your ear up against the cat. Whereas Mellow, he sounds like a tractor. You can hear him purring from the other end of the house and snoring as well, usually. So, oh, we like these ones. Yay. So what was you did guess Merlot, Marilyn. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, the peach pies. Peach pie is a really fun color, and I don't use it enough. It's peach pie. Lemon lolly would have been nice too, Colleen. That would have been a good choice. Yeah, I'm loving the hibiscus set. I'm really hoping that some of you will purchase the hibiscus set with me so that you can come to the Zoom class. But if you are a demonstrator, or if you have your own demonstrator and you're not going to be purchasing from me, or maybe you're overseas and you can't purchase from me, if that is the case, you can still do the class for $15. Okay. And also my team members are allowed to join the class as well. So it's $15 to do the Zoom. If that's 15 Australian dollars, which is what, about $10 American. So it's not a lot of money. It's very reasonable. But you do need the bundle to be able to do the class. That's why I'm saying that, so that you will actually have, because I'm not sending out pieces or anything like that. We actually do some cutting in the class. So you need to have your cut and emboss machine handy, and you'll need the bundle. So that's how it works. I'm just looking through to see if oh, you ordered this set today, Glenda? Well, I think you'll love it. It's really great. Oh, you got the Heart Sweet, Megan. Yeah, that's really nice as well. Yeah, the gold foil gems are amazing. I love them. What's Lynn wondering? Hang on a second. Let's go back up. Did I miss what Lynn said? What stamp set the happy birthday came from? It's from the Friends for Life, this one. I use it a lot. See, there's the happy birthday right there. Friends for life. And I really like the Thinking of You. I use that one quite a lot. This is a great set. That's in our annual catalogue, this one. And I use the dies as well. It's a really, really good one. You didn't hear you? That's good, Sheila. I'm just going down to the bottom because I've missed a whole bunch of comments. What colours are we using for the Zoom class? I don't know, Sheila, because I haven't actually designed the cards yet. So that's tomorrow's job. I, want to have them designed so that on Tuesday, when the set is available, I have a picture to put up to show you sneak peeks of what we'll be using. And that will give you clues as to what colours and all that kind of stuff. So the Zoom class will be at the end of November. Once again, that's something I'm sitting down tomorrow to sit and work out my calendar. Let me have a quick look right now in case I can easily see when that would be. Because I have to because Craft Along and the Zoom are both towards the end of the month, I have to be very careful that I don't, push them up too close together. So give me 1 second and I'm just going to look at my diary and see if it's obvious to me at this point which one I would do. I have one of those month to a it's actually a weekly planner, but it has a month to a glance, which is very helpful when I'm trying to plan out a month at a time. So I'm just looking. It'll be the last week of November. We did the first one on a Monday. Last time we did it on a Wednesday, I think. But I don't want it to be too close to Craft Along, which is likely to be the 28th, Thursday the 28th of November. That'll be Craft Along. I'm looking at that. I'm going to write that in my diary right now. So the Zoom will either be Monday the 25th or I could also do a Zoom on a Friday. I could do it the 22nd or the 29th, but I just need to sit down and actually work out what's going to work out because I've usually a week before Craft Along, I'm busy cutting up for that. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky. So let me get back to you. I will know by Tuesday exactly what's happening. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Friday and hopefully some of you on Tuesday. I know, Monique, Tuesdays are hard for you because it's the middle of the night when I go live on a Tuesday. No, I didn't get the new wedding card bundle, but we got to see it at our retreat. We had Shannon West from head office demonstrate that set for us, and she did a beautiful job with it. So yeah, it's lovely, that wedding card bundle. Really, really nice. And you could use it for other things too. It doesn't have to be for weddings. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. So that was nice. All right, everybody. I'm just going to switch back to me for a second. And wanted to say thank you for keeping me company tonight. It's been lovely. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the cards. I'm actually pretty happy with these ones. So you will see these ones on social media sometimes. Guess what? Oh my gosh, I nearly did it again. I didn't show you my Craft Along cards. Oh my gosh. Somebody was going to remind me at the end, remember? And then I forgot. All right, so here's the card that we made in Craft Along. I'm going to quickly switch back to the desk. If anyone's still here, I hope so. All right, here's the card we made. And this month our theme was crisscross cards, okay? And this is the crisscross card that we made in Craft Along last week. So some of you would have seen it. Some of you would have had supply packs to make it, okay? But this is the card that we made. You're very welcome, Lynn. See you Tuesday, says Sheila. Everyone's going. You're all abandoning me. That's okay. It's all right. Then this was one of the alternates. So same design, but in different colors. This is that beautiful new Marbled Elegance paper with the hearts. So this is also coming out on Tuesday. And then this was the card that a lot of people had questions about. I've called it a crisscross lattice card. Super, super nice. Not hard to do, but of all the cards this month, this one would probably be the most, I'll be really honest, the most fiddly, but not crazy bad. And once I had it sorted out, I worked out an easier way to do it. So that's all in the tutorial. Then we had this crisscross card, which has got a little pocket. And I used the Season of Elegance paper. It's very, very pretty. You're still here, Leslie? You're still watching, Monique? Awesome. All right, and then the last one, I actually really liked this card. So this is a crisscross pointy card. So you can see that we have like everything coming down to a point down here, and then inside we have somewhere to write. And I really liked how this card came out. I did a couple of different versions of it. I did one with the circle, and this one with the peaceful season elements. So these are this month's craft along tutorials. Okay, if you would like to order these, if you did not get the supply packs and you don't have access, but you'd like the access to all the videos step by step to make these and all the measurements in both metric and imperial, you can. Oh good, we still got somebody here, yay. I'm going to put up on the screen my website, which is lhiggins.blogspot.com. If you head over there, there is a link that you can purchase these for $15, all of the tutorials and all the measurements as well. And like I said, both imperial and metric, so it's all there for you. So go to lhiggins.blogspot.com and you'll see the last post that I did just a few days ago has all the information about this. And it's something that I do once a month. I really, really enjoy getting to show these to you. I love craft along. It's been something I've been doing now for a couple of years, and I hope you all enjoy it too. All right, so that's all the information, which I nearly forgot to do again. I can't believe that I keep on forgetting, but the whole point of I need to tell people about them or nobody's going to purchase them, right? So thank you all for being with me again tonight. And I'm just going back to comments so I can see. And switch back to me. Hello, send the link for craft along. PayPal doesn't want to cooperate. I will do that, Sheila. I have your email. I'll send you a PayPal invoice. That worked last time, didn't it? Okay, I'm so glad you guys have a great week. Whatever it is you're doing, those of you in the team, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And everyone else, I'll be around at Technique Tuesday at 2 p.m. on Tuesday. See you guys. Bye.